generally is a musical about community and togetherness in the face of a tragedy, and how to come together when everything else seems to be falling apart.
It's been like, it's been a really incredible experience. Just so many different people getting to come in and tell this story about so many different minorities. It's just a very unique show that gets to say a lot of things that a lot of shows don't get to say.
One of the most emotional parts of the musical for me is when we are all protesting in a number called Contact. This one, as a student and as an activist, is really important to me because we are all protesting this fight against AIDS and this fight against the government, and in this time it's really timely, and so it's really important to show the audience and to show us that we're fighting for something, and in doing this play, we're fighting for something.
What helps us is, our age now, in our generation, we've lived through the pandemic of, COVID and everything, and so we've lived in sort of like epidemic, similar to, I wouldn't say similar to like the AIDS epidemic, but just like being in that world, and the community that has formed from that. I think we can pull more from like our personal lives now, just being in this generation and playing these roles and like being in this show.
This show is really hard, especially as an ensemble member. We're doing like 8 things at once. I have at least 8 changes in the beginning of Act 1, and we're just moving along the pieces in order to make the story flow. And so this show is a marathon, but it feels like we're doing it together, and every person is really important in this show. Without one person, the whole train would fall off. So it's really exciting to learn where I'm supposed to be and where we're all supposed to move something and things like that. And so it's been really difficult to get it all in my mind, but it's been really helpful to have a really loving community and really focused directorial team, and we're getting it done.
Dance-heavy shows or just like movement-heavy shows are very challenging for most of the process, both physically and mentally. It's a lot of running it over and over again. It's a lot of just tweaking little things. It's a lot, but in the end, it usually pays off.
It is just an honor to be able to play this character just as a non-binary performer. I think that adds a lot of depth to the character, and also especially just being like Asian American in addition to that, it already brings a different point of view to Mark, and so it's just so awesome to, traditionally we see the role of Mark have been played by, like white men, and so to sort of put a different point of view to that and be able to like share my story and my voice in this light and show other people that, it's possible. Everyone has been so accepting and loving and supportive, and so I'm just very honored.
It's very nerve-wracking, if I'm being honest. It's a very intense show. Got lots of moving parts. This is our first full run through, so it was definitely a hectic day, but hopefully we do it even better tomorrow and the day after that and the day after that.
I absolutely love the rehearsal process, and I would say even like going into performances, like tomorrow is our first preview, I would say the way that the direction was handled, it's just so much like fun and like playtime. And so just getting to know these characters in the story, we jump on the ride in that roller coaster every single night and something different can happen. And it's like every night, if we do that, then like the story's gonna be different every night, which is to a different audience. It's gonna reach someone different every single night. And so just going in with that idea is just super fun. And our amazing director, Christine O'Grady, she just gave us the opportunity to do that in rehearsals. She was just like, have fun, like just try it, let's see what happens. And so from there, then we got a little more blocking and more concrete things that came about and that we could like set in stone. But overall, a lot of it was just from our own like personal impulse, which is really cool.